Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hi dear friends, we are back today with a beautiful book by Emmanuel through Chico Xavier, Living Spring, and we are going to read and talk about chapter 126. Let us help always. And who is my neighbor? And it's in Luke 10 verses 29. The neighbor to whom we must render immediate assistance is always the one who is closest to us. In short, he or she is in every way the person who shadows our footsteps. And since the divine law recommends that we love our neighbor as ourselves, let us prepare to help infinitely. If it is a family member, let us help him or her with our active cooperation. If it is a hierarchical superior, let us practice respect and goodwill. If one of our subordinates comes looking for us, let us assist him or her with attention and kindness. If a malefactor comes to us, let us practice fraternity, trying without affectation to open to him or her new pathways to God. If a sick person asks for our help, let us show compassion for his or her situation, wherever it may be. If a good person is helped by our word, let us encourage him or her to make him or herself even better. If a bad person seeks our influence, let us assist him or her without ostentation so that he or she may rectify him or herself. If Christianity indwells our conscience, the systematic cultivation of understanding and goodness as the force of law in our lives. Christians who are not involved in endeavors for the good are in a bad state of affairs, and they weigh heavily on the economy of society. In the gospel, remaining neutral means making very little effort. With Jesus near us, let us act closely with him. If Jesus is far away, we will delay the advance of the light. And we know that the Master's love and assistance, he fought for the light and resisted darkness all the way to the cross. Therefore, before the neighbor who approached your heart each day, always remember that you have been placed on this earth to learn and to help. Again, a beautiful chapter by Emmanuel. He is reminding us to love our neighbor as ourselves, which brings all the laws of Moses together. And he explains to us that it doesn't matter where we are, even if it's in our home, there's a family member that mimic our footsteps. We are very responsible for what we do with others and in front of others, so that they can be inspired to do more, to do better, to do the good. And that is why it is so important that we educate ourselves, that we firstly work on ourselves, on our moral evolution, our moral standards, so that the way that we are, wherever we go, wherever we are placed, sometimes it looks like there is no help. But when we are in certain places, we can see why we are there. And what do? Do we pray, or are we selfish? Do we only look at ourselves and our conditions and our situations? Or are we there and praying for others? Those neighbors that maybe when you go to the doctor, There's a lot of people that needs help. Sometimes it's only spiritual help because the spiritual illness are reflecting in their bodies. So just to wait while we wait for the doctor, to pray in every place that we go. This is how sometimes we are silently assisting others. Sometimes just to listen to someone and inspire them to do the good, to do better, to understanding the situation in which they are. And that will help us as well. The more that we serve, the more that we help, the more that we focus on the good and educate ourselves in all circumstances of life and trust in what the plan of God is. This plan of helping us evolve, this plan of helping us to see and be better so that we can help those and assist those that are with us as well. And sometimes, yes, we will go with them through certain circumstances because they need that. But we are not victims. We are there to assist. Can we do that? I think Mother Teresa is a great example. She really worked and was really near Jesus in everything she did, never complaining, always helping. And she didn't ask, okay, but why am I here? Why is it so hard? Why did I have food? Or why did I need to do this? There was no complaint, only work for the good and to help others. And yes, we are not going through those extremes. But in the situation that we are, we have to look at everything and see where we can serve and how we can change our way of thinking so that it will be a way of prayer, constant prayer. And this last is that Emmanuel is giving us. He says, Christians who are not involved in endeavors for the good are in bad state of affairs and they weigh heavily on the economic and society. With Jesus near us, let us act closely with him. It is to always try and be close to Jesus. This is why it is so beautiful to watch with your family The Chosen and inspire everyone to watch The Chosen. It inspires us. We see the disciples and the apostles like in their own struggle, but leaving behind the past and going forward and serving others, even though in the beginning they don't understand how. But the willingness to serve help them because they all will say that they felt Jesus with them all the way. Can you and I feel Jesus in our lives daily where we go? Can we feel his presence with us while we sometimes, when we pray, when we speak to others, can we feel his presence everywhere? And he said that if we are looking for him, it is with those who are suffering. So if we are there with those who are suffering, we know that, and if we are suffering, we know that we are with him. If our mind are clear and in a mind of serving and learning and to regenerate ourselves, then yes, we can feel his presence in everywhere we go. He says here, therefore, before the neighbor who approach your heart each day, always remember that you have been placed on this earth to learn and to help. So, in this coming week, beloved friends, let's learn as much as we can. Take every opportunity in everything that is placed in front of us to learn and then to serve as well while we are learning. Thank you so much for joining me today. May God bless each and every one of you. Until next time.